Wow.
I'll be there.
Are you going to take anyone or just go solo?
No, I'll take somebody. I'll take my brother-in-law.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to the garden, too.
Where are you going to sit?
Huh?
Courtside?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm told.
What are you going to wear for an outfit?
What the hell I'm wearing right now.
Oh, maybe you should have worn the tracksuit.
Is the game at noon?
The tracksuit would have been more appropriate for the game than Thanksgiving show.
You're not going to change all day?
Why? For
This
what?
dude will wear like the same suit.
Let's not finger point at this guy. You today are on. The way I've had to watch you walk out of the studio
Exactly.
multiple
Holding
times
her
today.
hips. You understand? I'm seeing her back. Go there.
Guys, my hip flexors are so tight. My hip flexors.
Okay, you know what? I was hoping we had a new audience today.
Like this.
Some people.
Why are you walking like that?
People are home from
You
work.
guys don't have hip dysplasia like your dog.
Okay, well, I hope there's some physical therapists or doctors watching at home.
You're 35 years old.
Okay, and I have hip dysplasia. What do you want from me? So I
she?
can't sit for long periods of time. No, a little younger.
A little younger?
Yeah, a little
Sure,
younger.
sure. We'll stick with this story.
So let's get to football. I mean, a lot's happening right now.
Yes.
Really?
too long.
You're in on this? Okay. Google hip dysplasia. Maybe you'll feel sorry for the comments you just made. This Sunday, two of the top quarterbacks in the league will go head-to-head after defeating the reigning champs Jalen Hurts past Cam Newton for the most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in his first 4 seasons, while Josh Allen leads the NFL in total touchdowns with 29. I'm going to call your wife and tell her to get you in check. You're on his side too much today.
He's already texted me.
Both Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts are having similar seasons this year, with Allen having a 70 total QBR and 22 passing touchdowns, while Hurts has a 64 total QBR and leads all QBs with 9 rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen, oh, RC's back, thank goodness, someone not annoying. Is it Allen or Hurts?
Well, I'm going to go with Hurts. We just finished lamenting the state of affairs with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills just a couple of weeks ago. So you had one decent game against a mediocre team, and all of a sudden everything changes. He's not 26-2 in his last 28 starts. That would be Jalen Hurts. He's not the individual that has held or shared the best record in the NFL for 30 consecutive weeks. That would be Jalen Hurts, okay? Hurts has accounted for either a TD pass or a TD run in 24 of 25 starts since the beginning of last season, including all 10 games this year. That's what he's been doing, and the Eagles are have the best record in football. This is not even a worthy discussion as far as I'm concerned. It's Jalen Hurts.
Not even a worthy discussion?
No, not with what we've seen from Josh Allen this season. We're not talking about in totality in terms of talent, who's the better quarterback or anything like that. We're talking about the level of production that we have seen from Allen and Hurts this year. Allen has been haphazard. He's been inconsistent. He's been leading. Don't get me started with his turnovers. Okay, that has not been Jalen Hurts. That has not been Jalen Hurts.
Stephen A., this is 1,000% a discussion. And Josh Allen, I would have. Okay, so this is a top 5 offense in Buffalo. They've scored 34 touchdowns. He's accounted for 29 of them. No one else in the NFL is more than 25. So he has accounted for more touchdowns than anybody in the NFL for a top 5 offense. That's ridiculous to sit here and say that it's not even worthy of a discussion. I understand that some people think that the turnovers have been an issue. You and I have had the conversation. I have said that I do not believe the INTs are an issue. Jalen had a stretch this year where he was throwing uncharacteristic interceptions as well. Jalen's had a tremendous year. Both of them are MVP candidates. Josh Allen is having an MVP candidate season. To sit here and say this isn't a conversation is completely ridiculous. This is absolutely a conversation.
I'm looking. Go
He's
ahead,
accounted
RC.
for 29 on 34 touchdowns.
I don't give a damn what he's accounted for. Have you seen the way he's looked in the Buffalo Bills? We were just lamenting the state of affairs of the Buffalo Bills and their offense over just 2 weeks ago. It's in comparison to Jalen Hurts. We're not talking about the quality of talent, the quality of quarterback that he is, the talent that he has. We're talking about him compared to Jalen Hurts. Go ahead, RC.
How you gonna say that it's not?
Oh, I get to go now? Cool.
Go ahead, man.
So first of all, it's obviously a conversation. I think when you're drafted where Josh Allen is drafted, when you've had that sort of production, and I know from Dan's standpoint, when you're looking at the level of talent and the ability to be dynamic, it's a conversation. Right, because we look at Jalen Hurts and what he's grown to be. And I think there's always going to be this thing about the foundational place we put these people. right? Where they start in our minds, and then they have to grow from there. Josh Allen started in everybody's mind as being this ultimate talent of being able to have this rocket arm and also this physical ability to run the ball. We didn't see Jalen Hurts as that sort of passer. So for a large part of his career, he's going to have to continue to prove that that's who he is. We can't start changing the conversation. Right? The conversation can't be with Dak Prescott that he can't be this elite passer because he has 1 year where he turns the football over. Whereas Josh Allen has turned the football over at a higher rate than every quarterback that plays the position since he's come into the league. Josh Allen has lost football games this year to the New York Jets early on in the season, to the Denver Broncos very recently, where the sole reason, or one of the main reasons, that his team has lost that football game is because of Josh Allen. And there are many more football games in between there that's happened with Josh Allen. So if you're asking me who the better quarterback is, it's Jalen Hurts. If you're asking me who the more successful quarterback is, it's Jalen Hurts. If you're asking me who the quarterback is that I can rely on more, that I believe that is more consistent, who I count on more in the biggest moments against the biggest teams in the best games, it's Jalen Hurts. Those things are not a conversation. Those things are a part of resume. Those things are a part of history. Those things are a part of film. And if we're being real, the reason that we finally got over in the Josh Allen camp, right? The reason that everybody finally bought in was why? Was because after having a great season with Stephon Diggs, we watched him in a divisional playoff game go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes, and we knew unequivocally he wasn't the reason that they lost, and we expected him to get better, but he hasn't. What we learned about Jalen Hurts in that exact same moment that we saw Josh Allen in, toe-to-toe with the best quarterback in the world, was that he could be just as good as he was too. And then not only could he show that in the Super Bowl and lose, which wasn't because of him, but because of Patrick Mahomes' greatness, he can go back, not be at his best early on in the game, his team not be at their best early on in the game, but when it counts most, he showed up, he protected the football, he scored touchdowns with his legs, hit Devontae Smith down the field when he had to, and gave his team a chance to win. I do believe it's a conversation, but I believe that conversation starts and ends with Jalen Hurts being the better quarterback right now.
I'm going to give you the consistency thing. I would agree with that point, that Jalen is a more consistent player. But Jalen also isn't the highest that Josh is. Jalen doesn't, take over with jaw-dropping plays when everything else around him isn't cooking the way Josh does. I struggle to understand how you guys are sitting here saying, well, Josh statistically is better in basically every area this year. And you guys are going to talk the interceptions, or Stephen A. maybe. Josh has 12, Jalen has 9. Josh has 4 that are tipped. Josh, one last week was a Hail Mary. So it's not like these interceptions are extremes. One has a ton and one has very little. So Josh has more yards, more completion percentage, more touchdowns. Accounted for.
He's asked to do more, Dan Orlovsky, because, again, they don't run the football nearly as much as you would like them to. Their defense is not that of the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, we got a guy like Stephon Diggs. He's got 7 receptions for 61 yards and no touchdowns over the last 2 games. I'm looking at their losses on the season. They got a loss to the Jets to open the season. They got a loss to Jacksonville. They got a loss to New England, and they lost 3 in 4 weeks. They lost to New England, Cincinnati, and Denver. I mean, my goodness, what I'm saying to you is that I get what you're talking about, but not only that, their offensive coordinator got fired, okay? And even though they were ranked like 7th. Go ahead.
The thing is this. Here is what Dan is doing, and I understand it. Dan looks at Josh Allen from the quarterback perspective, and he's looking at the talent of Josh Allen, and he says, talent-wise, this guy is this. I think he's more talented than Jalen Hurts. I think he can create above the X's and O's in a way that he cannot. And that may be true. But for all of that makes it a conversation. But when we talk about quarterbacks, and the way that we have forever in a day counted our quarterbacks is about the way they win, is about the way they lead, and about the way that they can help their teams and the way their teams succeed under their leadership. Jalen Hurts has done all of that better than Josh Allen. And so normally in simple football, we go, you know what? That guy who's quarterbacking that team that's 26-2 under him, that's won 13 of 14 games against teams that are plus 500. That's the dude playing quarterback better. That's the dude that's playing the position at a higher level. We are not talking about who is the more talented passer. We're not talking about who has the more dynamic arm. We're asking who is playing the position better and putting their team in position to be the better team.
Can I just leave you with, can I say one?
And that would be Josh Allen for me. And
okay,
like
Josh Allen has the 9th best MVP odds.
Okay.
And Jalen Hurts is the favorite.
Yeah.
So I just want you to look at that discrepancy.
Yeah, we know how odds work. Jalen's playing awesome. I just told you he's the best quarterback in the NFC an hour and a half ago. But to your point, when you say he's being asked to do more, if he's being asked to do more and literally then doing more, would that not signify a better
Well, I
player?
think that the other components that RC brought up
The
are
leadership
valid.
stuff.
But what I'm trying to say is that it all matters. And then not only that, it matters in moments what you do. We saw Jalen Hurts, and we've seen Jalen Hurts take the bull by the horn and deliver the goods when it was called upon for him to do so.
Totally.
Now, he has a better defense in my estimation. Obviously, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith doing their thing. We got it before he got hurt. He was out there. They were running.
But he doesn't have a better defense now.
He doesn't. You don't think Jalen Hurts has a better defense now? Right? And you
Really
don't
not better than Buffalo?
You don't think so?
Defense?
I don't feel that way.
Bro, this team gives up cookies to everybody's passing in a passing game standpoint. Everyone. They're a better rush team. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay. Well, rushing is a part of defense, but I get you.
Is this game going to be close, yes or no?
I think it's going to be a very close game.
Yes.
RC?
It'll be very close.
It'll be close.
Dangerous game.
Very close game. Absolutely.
RC just said they gave up a ton of yards in the air. Josh Allen will get.
Như thế này. Bây giờ mình sẽ làm cái hình bông hoa trang trí để gắn lên trên cái phần bề mặt chiếc túi. Mình dùng cái vải dạ này để làm những cái cánh hoa trang trí nhé. Trên cái phần vải dạ này mình sẽ dùng bút chì hoặc bút mực. Mình vẽ tạo hình những cái cánh hoa. Các bạn muốn làm một bông hoa có các cái cánh có hình dạng như thế nào thì mình sẽ tạo hình cái cánh của nó như vậy nhé. Mình sẽ dùng bút, mình vẽ cái cánh như thế này và tiếp tục sử dụng kéo để cắt những cái cánh của mình ra. Mình sẽ cắt theo cái phần nét vẽ của mình như thế này nhé. Sau khi cắt xong thì mình có một cái cánh hoa đầu tiên. Tiếp theo mình sẽ đặt cái cánh hoa của mình lên trên những cái phần vải dạ này và dùng bút mực mình tô viền theo cái cánh đầu tiên này. Mình sẽ đặt tiếp tục cái cánh của mình sang các cái vị trí tiếp theo và dùng bút để tô lại. Các bạn muốn làm một bông hoa có bao nhiêu cánh thì mình sẽ vẽ và cắt bấy nhiêu cánh để gắn lại với nhau thành một bông hoa nhé. Nếu muốn làm một bông hoa có nhiều cánh thì chúng ta sẽ vẽ và cắt nhiều cái cánh ra. Ở đây mình sẽ làm một bông hoa 6 cánh nhé. Sau khi mình vẽ được các cái cánh như thế này thì mình sẽ dùng kéo để cắt ra. Mình cắt theo cái phần nét của mình đã vẽ nhé. Mình cắt các cái cánh của mình ra như thế này. Cánh thứ hai này. Tiếp theo cánh thứ ba này. Mình sẽ dùng kéo để cắt từng cái cánh này. Tại vì cái vải dạ của mình nó cũng khá là dày nên là mình không thể đè nhiều lớp lên để mà cắt được. Mình sẽ cắt từng cái cánh một như thế này nhé. Trên cái phần vải dạ của mình sẽ dùng kéo để cắt các cái hình cánh hoa của mình ra. Mình sẽ cắt theo cái phần nét vẽ mà ban nãy mình đã đo và vẽ những cái cánh nhé. Mình sẽ cắt ra như thế này. Sau khi cắt được các cái cánh hoa thì mình sẽ dùng súng bắn keo để gắn những cái cánh hoa này lên trên cái phần thân của chiếc túi xách. Bây giờ mình sẽ dùng súng bắn keo để gắn những cái cánh hoa của mình lên đây. Mình có 6 cái cánh hoa nên là mình sẽ gắn 6 cái điểm keo ở trên cái phần xốp này. Sau khi chúng mình gắn được các cái phần keo nến lên trên cái phần bề mặt của cái giỏ sách thì mình sẽ đặt những cái cánh hoa vải dạ của mình lên trên này. 3 cánh này. Cánh thứ tư. Mình ở đây là mình làm một bông hoa 6 cánh. Các bạn cũng có thể làm một bông hoa nhiều cánh hơn, hoặc mình sáng tạo những cái hình dáng khác nhau cho cái bông hoa của mình nhé. Sau khi mình gắn xong các cái cánh hoa vải dạ lên trên phần thân của chiếc túi xách thì mình sẽ có một chiếc túi xách hoàn chỉnh như thế này. Chiếc túi xách này của mình không chỉ dùng để trang trí mà mình cũng có thể cầm theo nó khi đi ra ngoài. Các bạn nhỏ có thể dùng cái túi xách này để mình đựng những cái đồng tiền lì xì này, những cái đồ chơi hoặc là những cái đồ dùng nhỏ nhỏ, đồ trang sức như là khuyên tai, nhẫn, lắc tay, dây chuyền. Mình có thể cho vào trong cái chiếc túi này. Nhìn nó rất là đẹp và gọn gàng. Ngoài ra chúng ta cũng có thể sáng tạo nhiều những cái kiểu dáng khác nhau cho chiếc túi xách của mình. Có thể là hình tròn, hình vuông, hình tam giác, hình trái tim hoặc là hình bông hoa. Ở đây chiếc túi xách của mình làm dạng hình thang như thế này nhé. Đáy nhỏ ở trên, đáy lớn ở phía dưới. Chiếc túi xách của mình sau khi hoàn thiện thì sẽ có hình dạng và màu sắc như thế này. Các bạn thấy chiếc túi xách của mình trông có dễ thương không? Video hướng dẫn làm một chiếc túi xách bằng xốp màu kết hợp với vải dạ của mình đến đây là kết thúc rồi. Cảm ơn các bạn đã quan tâm theo dõi. Hãy cùng đón chờ những sản phẩm tiếp theo của mình nhé. Còn bây giờ thì tạm biệt và hẹn gặp lại.